Ball headed. Welcome to Same Cast Different Day podcast. I'm the host, Mark Turley. Yes, I just called that heifer ball headed. Um, as always, before we get things started, thank you all for tuning into this episode. You all are so lovely with minimal promotion because I was testing the waters to see how much promotion do I need to do to for you guys for the viewership and stuff. I've done minimal promotion, so thank y'all all however y'all found this podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and for our loyal listeners that listen every week. Thank y'all so much for what you do in sharing and getting this podcast out there because word of mouth is the best way to get the podcast out there. So thank y'all so much for that. And as always, don't forget to head over to Razor Billion and use code Martel1 to receive 10% off your purchase. And then don't forget to head over to habits365.com and use code Anthony4 to receive 20% off your purchase. And as always, we got that bald headed heifer, as y'all know on Facebook as SMA.
Hey.
And then Old Man Theater just popped in for y'all. Old Man Theater, everybody. Old Man Theater.
Old
Yours
man
truly.
theater.
Yours
Yes,
truly.
Baldy. I like the head.
Chilling at the meal. Chilling at the meal and welcome y'all to the number one broadcast in the meal till.
This is what I mean by he needs drugs, ladies and gentlemen. He needs drugs. So
I got off coke. Now I'm doing. Oh,
I'm just so done. So on this episode, because I was supposed to go do some research. Oh my god, Old Man Theater's froze. I was supposed to go do some research on a certain topic, but we're gonna have to say that for another one. Old Man Theater is back. So Old Man Theater decided that we should talk about Milwaukee violence and drive-bys and all this stuff that's been going on in Milwaukee. And then I want to throw in like how do we curve the violence to stop the violence and everything that's going on in Milwaukee. So I haven't heard anything about he mentioned earlier that there was a drive-by shooting somewhere here. Uh, not sure of anything about that.
Atkinson. There's one on Atkinson. Late last night, it was one out there by is that McGovern Park off Silver Spring?
Mm-hmm.
Some happened up that way last night, but the other day it was I think somebody shot into a car on Hopkins, and Hampton.
Wow.
Right over there by the Walgreens.
Yeah, well, mainly by the liquor store down the street.
Wow.
What is wrong with people? So I want to know what be the motives behind a round of murders because right now we're on the verge of having our highest rate, I think it's the highest rate of murders in the state in Milwaukee for the year. I think last year it was 184 homicides for Milwaukee, which I know that's that some people might to us that's a big number considering that I believe our population here is only like 500,000 or some people compared to Chicago, where they probably have thousands of murders, a year there.
Yeah.
But that's a high number for a small community like this.
Hey, Montreal, why does you look like you breaking up? Now you back in.
I think that's your cheap phone.
I don't think so.
And then to tie because even down in Texas, they're saying like you couldn't even go to. They was going doing a visual for is it a visual? Visual.
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 VIGIL. Visual.
Something like that, yeah. For for somebody who got shot, and then the people showed up and did a drive-by on a visual and killed one person and injured 14 other people. So like with all the violence going on, like what can we actually do to stop the violence? Like I don't see no solution to it because it seems like it's gonna keep getting worse and worse. And one of the things I keep hearing is stricter gun laws.
I don't think gun laws gonna help now because whether they legit guns or stolen guns, they gonna get them.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't stop that madness. It's just we just gotta pray. That's the only thing I can think of. because these people out here is ignorant and they have no value for nobody else's life.
Yes, I don't know how it is out there in Vegas when it comes to the gun violence out there. Where you
See, and
at?
that's the thing. I don't really know because I'm in Southern Nevada, so I'm away from all that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've lived in it for so long, I chose to live, in a different part of Vegas where I don't see that just on the news. So, like, I mean, I don't hear too much, crime or too much. I mean, I hear it, people, of course, in North Las Vegas, they might get shot or somebody get robbed or anything like that, but not like how it is back home, where it's, you know, countless of people getting killed. Like, I've seen with 3 people that I know or either went to school with, they got killed. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
One person that's, was kind of close, close to me, he got shot. And I'm like, okay, now this is one of my friend's second son that's gone now for gun violence, it's our second
Mm-hmm.
son now that got killed, So, like I said, out here in Vegas, like I said, I chose to stay in the nicer part of Vegas because of that. I don't want to have to deal with the riffraff and all that stuff. Like I said, I just hear it on the news. It happens here, but I don't hear it as much as I hear it there.
Right.
I hear more news coming from back home versus here, and I've been here for 3 years.
So I wonder if the low job or people say, well, there isn't no jobs out here, is that a reason why crime when murder rates are so high? Is what I wonder. I personally don't think that's the reason why.
I was just gonna say I don't agree with
I
that. I'm
think
not saying that. Yeah,
a lot of these senseless murders to me, it's just over people just ain't got nothing else to do. They've been
they're
sitting in the
bored.
house and they beef with each other on Facebook and they finally saw each other in person. Pow pow, I'm shooting you.
Yeah.
And then another thing is, I noticed like people be like, oh, we need stricter gun laws. I'm like, but these people be having their baby mamas who got no criminal records and all this other kind of stuff, or some random
Going to
chick
get these
who,
guns. Yeah.
yep, some random chick who they screwing, and then go and get these guns, go get guns for them, and then use these guns to commit murder, and then, and in that case, I feel like if you bought a gun, if a gun is registered to you, you went and purposely bought the gun and gave it to a convicted felon who could not buy a gun, you should be the one getting jail time and charged with that murder also.
Oh,
Some
they
type
doing
of
that.
they doing that now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you
Because
can
I know
charge because
here they haven't been doing it lately.
think about it. Rittenhouse
Well,
is out. His boy finna serve time. What sense does that make? I don't understand.
mm-hmm.
But the guy that bought the gun for him, his friend, getting ready to get some time.
I think because all the reason he getting some time is because that was such a high profile case. When it comes to black on black crime, I don't think they're gonna put that much effort into it.
Well, we have yet to see.
Right. That's why I
Yeah,
said
we have
some
to
of
see.
these baby mamas need to be in charge with the murders of some of these people
Oh
they are
yeah,
that they're causing.
I agree. I definitely agree with that because if they, you know, are able to go get these guns, like okay, what type of man you have, or you dealing with, or you screwing, or whatever. You know the type. You know what you out here doing. You ain't stupid. So why would you go and put your name on the line? Lock her ass up.
Exactly.
I said it ain't just women, it's men helping
It,
other guys
it,
out
it,
too.
it is.
Lock their ass.
Yeah,
Anybody
what should
lock
I
them
say?
up.
Whether it's
Because if
men
you
or
willing to put your
women,
name on the line, like you crazy, so you willing to put your name on the line, knowing what this certain person does. If they, excuse me, if they can't go get a gun themselves, why are you going to do it?
right? Like I say, I
Why are
think
you
it's
going to do it?
if it's whether it's man or a woman going to go get the gun, whoever gun that is registered to need to start getting charged. Like they say, oh, they come home like, oh, I killed somebody with the gun that I died, and then they go to go report the gun stolen. Like what?
Yep, they do that too, but I don't think that works as well as they would hope it do at times.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you go kill somebody and turn around and somebody run down to the police station and report it stolen. If somebody got killed hours before then, wouldn't that seem suspicious?
Right. I don't,
So
I don't know. I don't know because I'm just out in my head. I've just been kind of when you say even when you like, how do we curb the gun violence? Do we educate more? Do we make sure the children is educated? Do we need to have
That's all
do
we
they need to
can do.
bring back more after school programs? Do they need to have adult daycare programs for people? I like what can we do to curb gun violence?
The only thing we can do is, like you said, educate. We have to, for one, start with the babies, educate them because they're coming up in the world, and they need to know what to do in case of something, stupid happens or something endangering happens. So first and foremost, the education needs to come to the kids. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean that's all the fuck we can do. That's all. That's all we really can do because we cannot stop the gun
Yeah, I
violence.
mean, yeah, it's always
The
gonna be a
felons
bad
and
apple
people.
too.
That's all. Exactly. It's always gonna be a bad apple that ruins it for everybody. So there's no way around gun violence except you know education, and that's to the ones that actually want to listen to it because you still got these little babies, these
bingo.
little kids, these millennials that's not going to be like, okay, well, you're not my mama, you can't tell me what to do, blah 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 blah. These kids are so disrespectful now to the elders. It's not even funny. This is
To,
what
to,
old man Theta was saying a couple weeks ago. You know,
and then
that's what he was saying a
to
couple
be
weeks ago.
honest, ladies, y'all need to start being careful who y'all lay down with. I'm just gonna be honest, because having
Hmm.
6, 7 kids and all 6, 7 kids got a different dad. I mean, how do you expect for when you do get in a committed relationship? How do you expect them kids to respect your boyfriend or husband or whoever you find, whoever decides to stick with you and whatever? How do you
First and
expect them to
foremost, you
respect them as
decide
an
to stick
authority
with you.
figure?
First and foremost, you have to have a man that's going to accept you anyway. Because if that man knows, like, oh, you got, this many babies, and there are some that will accept and don't care because
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But then there's some that also be like, well, wait a minute, some ain't right because if you have 7 kids, you got 4, baby daddies. It's you. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna mess with you. You talking about you want a husband, you want this, you want that, but you got four guys that's fathering 7 of your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And I
it's
think
not
a
cool.
lot of the violence, gun violence that's out in the streets too, is just due to the plain fact when you got two immature people raising kids is another
Absolutely.
reason why gun violence is out here. Because when you got
Because it's the
two
stress.
immature people that's out here doing God knows what in front of the kids, like the dude who
Hmm.
was it the boyfriend or somebody who left the gun sitting on the table and the baby picked up the gun and shot his brother or something like that. That's when you got
Yeah.
so many immature people in one house. It's like, and nobody has a brain cell at this point. Like, who else do that kid
Because
got to
it's
turn
so
to
much.
to
It's
learn
it's
basic life skills
it's so much going on in that household. You probably got the father selling weed out the house or selling whatever the hell he's selling
while
out the
beating the
house
mama in front of the kid?
while beating the mom in front of the kids. The kids
Mama might be
looking
beating
any
up the
kind of way.
boyfriend because there's some women
Yeah,
that be
the
out there
kids
beating
That
up the
walking
goes
looking
both
any
boyfriend.
kind of
ways.
way.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
So like, that's what I'm saying. So like, I'm not saying all kids from violent households are more prone to doing it, but I feel like with this generation, I say like these kids who are like 18, 19, 20, 21 now and having kids, and then they're bringing up these kids who are in violent households. Do you think those kids are going to eventually turn to violence?
Hopefully
Is the
not.
question.
Hopefully, but some kids do turn to it. Some kids don't. Some kids will be like, well, I see what's going on, or I see, that this is happening, or I see that that is happening. I don't think I want to do that. And then you got those kids like, yeah, it runs in the family. It's in my blood. So it's 50-50.
It
It's 50
depends on
50
the
at the end
kids.
of the
Some
day.
kids are leaders, born leaders, and some of them are followers.
Yeah.
That
So,
is true.
prime example, we got a bunch of them at the OK Corral.
How did I knew you was about to go there.
Well, that's new to me.
But I'm just saying, I'm just saying. I hope whoever pick up on this podcast, I ain't scared.
Wait. Oh wait. But yeah, we got some crazy people that it was so crazy because okay, so I was there today and Actually, no, this was yesterday and had realized that somebody else had gotten fired. But then there's like then somebody else was like, it's about 10 people that got fired in the last couple of weeks. I'm like, I said either they was one still in orientation, two, they was only there for
Wait a
like
minute.
2 weeks, or three, I just didn't know who they was.
Yeah,
Hold on.
me too.
Only
Hold
one
on.
I know that got let of is the one that kept beefing with Old Man Theater that was working with him in the back half of the unit. But yeah,
But wait a minute. You saying the people that's getting fired are still in orientation?
some of them are still in orientation, for what I heard. That we were still in orientation and
How
got
the
fired.
how the fuck are they getting fired and you
Dude,
ain't even made it to the
I'm not
floor?
even gonna lie. There's another problem with this younger generation. They don't want to work. Oh my God. Let me tell you.
Oh Jesus.
Then they
Hurry up so
come
I can tell
straight.
my friends.
They come straight out of orientation, smelling like boo hoo, boo hoo,
They
boo
still
hoo.
be in orientation smelling like it though. And that be the crazy part. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like
I gotta
for
do that.
like for example, like it was this one younger lady. I'm gonna say younger lady. I don't know what I'm not even gonna
Young
say.
girl. If
We
that's
just
what
gonna
I
say
think
it's
you're talking
a young person. It was a young person because I can't remember if it's male or female, but a young person. And this was their first day on, like, they with the trainer. This their first day actually going onto a unit, and was doing the procedure so slow, was complaining the whole time. And then when they got done, like, oh, when we gonna go sit down? Like I looked at this like, yeah, she not gonna last. He,
And you could
whoever,
tell.
they not. I like now. I just look at people now like, you not gonna last.
You can already tell. Just like at my job, there's it's majority females that work with us or whatever. But it's like you got those young ones. That's now when you look. I work as a PCA, so you have to lift, you have to clean ass, you have to feed,
I ain't cleaning no
you
ass.
have to. So we know that.
Not
So
even his
that's why
own.
you're not in the
Woo.
field.
Oh, he got diaper wipes.
Whatever.
Hey,
go,
there ain't nothing wrong with that after you use the
go ahead,
bathroom. Make sure it's
you
really
have
clean.
to.
But
Woo.
anyway, you
Bam.
have as a PCA, you have you have a lot to do as a PCA, you know. And when these young girls come in and they're like, "Oh, well, I'm not doing this or I'm not doing that," you read the job description. You
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
know
that
that
sounds
you have
so
to.
familiar.
You know that for one, you have to lift.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have two people assist. You have to lift. You're gonna have to clean some ass all day because
Mm-hmm.
and then you have you're in a facility. It's not like I don't work in a home. I work in an actual facility where I'm in a specific unit, memory care. So it's about 25 or 26 residents. So it's about four of us. We each get assigned certain residents or a cluster of residents. The girls, oh, that's not your cluster. Look, we come here to work. Y'all take y'all little young butts on. If this ain't what you
Mm-hmm.
want to do, you need to find you another job.
And
You find you another job.
that's another reason to me why I think violence is so high, because people don't want to go out and work for money. Everybody want to be
Yeah.
rappers and stuff like this now, and
They saying it's no job. It's
they
job.
can't rap worth a lick. So now they out here doing God knows what for money.
Yeah. And then when they can't get the money, they get upset and they want to take it out on the next person they see.
Right.
Pow pow.
Pow pow, shoot shoot, and it's crazy because like so many people they kill you over your shoes, your shoe color, like it just be some dumb stuff. Like I just don't
They'll
get
see
it.
you over some
And
Cartier,
black
a Cartier.
families, I need to talk to my black families for a minute. Black families. I saw something disturbing on Facebook today. So I cover quite a few floors at a facility. I'm on Facebook on my lunch break, just scrolling through. Please do not post pictures of your loved one dead in the hospital room. Don't. That is so disrespectful in so many
Disrespectful.
ways. I
Very.
would not, me myself personally, if I'm dead and gone from this world and I still got all these tubes and stuff hooked up to me, do not post me on social media. That is just so disrespectful. I don't care on what level. I don't care if you just trying to get the message out there that they died from gun violence or whatever. Don't do it.
I feel like just don't even do it in a casket.
That too.
Don't do it
And
at
Let,
the
no,
funeral.
if you
Don't.
do the picture casket, like that's something you keep for yourself as a memory.
Yeah.
Like my mom, she has a picture of her mother in her casket and stuff, but my mom doesn't have the picture displayed out for the public to see. She keep it locked away in her it's like a little like suitcase that she keeps in her room, and she keeps it locked away in there.
well,
That's where that picture stays for her and
the
her only.
only way I see you taking a picture of me and my in the casket if we jamming off Tupac, toss it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So like when I
No,
so when
I'm just joking, but
I mean I get what you're saying, but like yeah.
it's man, I don't see how people do that. They do it for babies and all this other stuff, and that like you said, that is disturbing.
Yeah, like
Very
that's
disturbing.
something
We
I
all
feel
don't want
like
to see that.
that's something I feel like is very personal, and
Yeah.
it should be
That's
where if
sacred.
you want to have that kind of picture, you keep it for yourself. Like I feel like a lot of people do too much for like Facebook sympathy. Cause like one of the things I regretted doing myself, even though it's a cat, like I regretted posting pictures right before they was about to euthanize Frizz. Like because
Mm,
now when them pictures show up on Facebook like every
as a
year,
memory.
it's gonna show up on
Yeah.
Facebook. So now I'm gonna be reminded and have that image in my head of that day. I'm like, I don't want to be thinking about that. So now like damn, I shouldn't have posted them pictures online now.
Oh,
Right,
friends.
right.
So I feel like in a way it has to be a certain way. Well, just don't do it. Don't post pictures of your loved one, significant other in a hospital room dead. Just don't do it. It is highly disrespectful. And the crazy part about it is the person that passed away, I don't even know the family. I have no connections with this family whatsoever. I know nothing about them. I didn't even know what he was there for until I saw the picture. And it pissed me off.
You know what? And I agree with that. Now there are some people. If you want, if it's like your grandma or somebody that is really close to you, like you holding their hand, and you know how the people, hold their hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. That's enough said right there. That's enough
Right.
said because we all know what that means. When people go and put, people laying in a casket or laying in the hospital with tubes all in them and things like that, that's very, very disturbing. We all don't, for one, don't want to see that, especially ones that are in the healthcare field who see the shit every day.
Right.
We don't want to see that.
Uh,
And then plus that's it's disrespectful to the family. That's a sacred
no,
photo that
the
you keep.
actual family posted the picture. Like it was somebody hugging the person was hugging a person when the picture was taken. And then they posted another picture of the person just laying in a hospital bed, just there with all this stuff. It was just so disrespectful. Ladies and gentlemen, Crystal B joined in.
Finally, I made it. I made it.
Um,
I'm like not so tired.
I didn't know that you were joining in on this episode.
Oh,
So
you're good. You're good. I just randomly showed up.
What?
Hi. What's up, Ezzy? Hi, Theo. What's
What's
going
up?
on? I'm here. Yeah, but damn,
It's
those
Alana.
appointments, those doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
But I was following up with what Martel was saying. Yeah, I mean, I did read a little bit of, what he was telling me earlier today about it. That just blows my mind, Martel. It just said everybody here. It just blows my mind.
I'm like at some point it's the line needs to be drawn when it comes to that.
Oh yeah, it does. Like you should be regardless if health, work in healthcare or not. Again, you three see it. You three see it. I don't. But
Who wants to?
regardlessly, even where I work, I regret off of medical leave. But like if someone got medically injured, I mean, they will get that person wrapped up out that door so quickly because like they don't want, it just because otherwise, word spreads around and it's the wrong words and this and that. And then, that's just what it is, but it's wrong.
No,
It's wrong.
sometimes they keep the person, organs alive because they're organ donors, so they keep
Oh
the
yeah.
person in there for a certain amount of time before they get everything lined up. It's just the fact that, like I said, whenever my day comes, I just hope that nobody dumb enough to put me on Facebook laying in my hospital bed dead.
Wow, that's dumb.
I
Why?
wish somebody would. So I wish
So,
somebody would put me out there. I would come back and hunt the shit out
well,
of them.
to
So
be honest, and if something happened to you, I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all, pull out her bite and take a picture of it.
Oh no, as it no, it's not gonna happen, sweetheart. It
Crystal,
won't happen. I'll make sure it's saying
please,
to her. I got you.
I
I
know,
please,
got you.
Mike.
I'll, I'm gonna trash the
Crystal,
pictures. I'll destroy them.
please, no, put them out, put them out, put them
I
out.
will. I will.
she
I got you,
she
girl. I got you.
she
I
always
got
pulls
you.
them out anyway. So like I said, we just I was like, y'all get one more picture of her dynamites before we can put it out there on Facebook.
Wait a minute, they're gonna be froze. They're gonna be perky then. That's the only time they're
Oh
gonna
my
be perky. They
god.
froze.
Oh god. Oh jeez.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
Oh my
they're gonna be
thank
goodness.
froze. They're gonna be
God.
perky then. That's the shit.
Have two little midgets holding them.
Oh Jesus.
One on
You,
each
you
side,
know.
like.
You know what? I know a morticianist. Actually, I think Martell might know too, and she's from Texas. I won't bring up any names, but she said that sometimes when people they get embalmed,
Mhm.
sometimes things like to stand upright.
Oh,
And I won't
shit.
say what things, but
Oh, we know.
so I mean,
We can say it on
whatever.
here. You
We're
can
not
say
judging.
you
Okay,
can
there's
say
no judging here.
titties, dynamite. You can say penis, dicks, buttholes, asses, hair.
I'm choosing not to. I'm choosing to keep it. Don't fall over, sweetheart. Don't fall over. Yeah, that's a little. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
we got
Private parts.
the
I'm gonna
explicit
call it
symbol
private
comes
parts.
up on the. Oh, what's that?
What
What's
the?
that? I see liquor. What's that? What's that?
Well, he's got it in a bag. He's got it in a bag. So
You needed a
you
drink.
need a paper bag for you. Where's your you need a paper? Where's your brown paper bag? Come on now. Come on now.
I
No, I
I've
got a
seen this
plan.
on
I got a
I've seen
plan.
this on Conan. Where
I
No,
said
I
drink to
take
that. Clink, clink,
plastic.
clink, clink.
Plastic. I don't do the paper. I do the plastic.
Plastic.
but
You drink plastic. You right. You
now
drink
wait.
liquor out of plastic bottles. You
No,
can't
he
be
said the
doing.
plastic bag. And he said the paper bag, brown bag. I do the
Yeah.
plastic.
Listen, I
Yeah,
ain't finna
no,
use no paper bag. I'm like the
brown
bread.
paper bag. That's the way you see it on Conan with iced tea and
I
was
do
it
the
Kevin Hart
plastic.
or something like that? That's what they were doing. They had clink clink. They were like they got their paper bags.
I thought Gary said I'm like he better not be drinking out of no plastic liquor bottles. You know that's for real poor people. Because if you drinking out of plastic liquor bottles, that means you drinking Taka vodka, Skull vodka, and other vodkas,
Everclear.
whatever comes in plastic bottles.
Everclear.
Everclear. That's you can start that on fire.
Everclear is not in a plastic bottle.
That's the way you can start the
Well,
Everclear
you
starts
know
on
what?
fire.
You see, he old, so
Fire
he
starter.
knows.
I used to make hand grenades out of Everclear.
What?
I don't know that guy.
That's
I
a
don't
New
know this
Orleans
guy.
drink.
I don't know him.
That's a New Orleans drink. That's a popular drink.
Oh,
You can make grenades and all type of firearms out of that shit.
It's 5 different alcohols that you mix together.
you would know.
Yeah, I
I
was in New Orleans I lived in New Orleans for like 6 months, man. That's what I used to drink.
So are you the one who been out here encouraging all this gun violence then?
Oh no. Oh no.
Is that what you're trying to say, old man theater?
Oh no. I'm a mean drunk. If I got drunk at that specific time, I probably get drunk and hurt some of the violent people.
Yes, get them.
Speaking of y'all, because I was gonna bring this up. I know this is a little bit off topic.
Oh boy, tangents. Your tangents.
Kyle Rittenhouse has pissed me off. So he's still going back and forth. I don't know if LeBron James is going back and forth, but
LeBron James ain't got time for that.
I am so tired of Kyle Rittenhouse going on all these different podcasts and interviews and TV shows and all kind of stuff, making money. Because these people are paying him for these appearances to come on here and talk about, life after, the whole ordeal or whatever. And this man is making money off of being a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he better spend it while he can.
It's pissing me off.
I just feel like that, and I ain't gonna say no more. I just feel like that. He better spend it while he can.
Right. And then OJ off parole. Apparently he got off parole 3 months early. Apparently I didn't know OJ served 9 years in jail and then was released on parole. I know it's been that 9 years since he was caught robbing like the sports memorabilia, I guess, at some place.
Oh yeah.
His personal memorabilia, and he went back and stole it. I didn't know that was 9 years ago. That seemed like it just happened yesterday. 9
Not
years
to me.
ago?
Not to me.
I forgot you're an OJ fan. You know,
I'm still catching flashbacks of the white Bronco.
Oh, Lord
No.
have mercy. He the only black person to get off of murder.
You know what? His truck is worth $50,000, and it's sitting in Las Vegas right now, somewhere locked up.
Esme, go buy it.
Where is it at?
I don't know, Esme. I don't have to find out. I just was told that. Someone told me recently. I'm like, wait, what? Really?
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
I'm quite
somewhere
sure they
in
done
Las
did
Vegas.
something with that truck by now.
Right.
Maybe Esme, we get a
Probably.
deal on maybe Esme and I'll buy it together. We'll take you and buy
Good.
it together.
That look, unless if somebody ain't bought it up already.
Yeah, I think the truck
This is
don't
Vegas.
even. It might not even exist no more.
I'm poor.
Honestly,
I
this
can't
is
afford it.
Vegas.
Y'all, I got a funny story to tell y'all too. Well, old man Theater already know the story. It's a situation that happened today.
Oh boy.
So so one of the workers like, hey, she couldn't get a hold of the supervisor. She had said she hurt herself or whatever, right? So you really go. So you
Wait a
really go.
minute.
So wait.
Oh my God.
So
I can't watch this.
I go downstairs to our
I gotta go
our
for
office.
this.
I'll go down to our office. And I try to
can't.
open up the door, and I didn't know the door was locked. So you know how you grab the handle and you just try to push into it with your shoulder. So I push into it. I go head first into the door. All you hear is a blue. Dude, the whole office laughed at me. I was so embarrassed.
So wait a minute.
I went down there to let them know that she been trying to call downstairs because she hurt herself, and I ended up going to the office and hurt my own damn self because they in there with the damn door lock, and I went head first into the damn door, and it was just
How?
because the door was locked. I didn't know it was locked, so I went for the handle and tried to go in and went head first to the door.
And they called 911 for maintenance to come repair the door.
You stop.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't supposed to tell that one.
You stop.
They didn't come see about him. They came to see about the door.
I'll make even my supervisor laugh at me like you didn't say if I was all right or nothing.
So wait a minute. So they called 911 to check to. Okay.
To get the door checked out.
911. He is lying.
I'm saying.
They better not call 911. I'm already damn healthcare facility. I wish the hell they would.
That's what I'm saying. Seriously, maybe just take it to the MRI and see if your head okay.
I had a little bit of a slight headache afterwards, but I'm
wait. They could have just took you upstairs to the MRI unit, and
right.
You know.
I was so embarrassed, and the other lady, she
Call
was
911 if you want to. We get 911. You serious?
The other lady was like, I didn't want to start chuckling until I knew you was all right, and then started laughing. I'm like, what kind of shit is this?
They gave him a candy bar and sent him on his way.
Yeah, she did. She said, I gotta give you a candy bar. I ain't gonna lie. They did give me a candy bar and send me on my way.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God. So on the last episode, how much time we got? On the last episode, we had talked about it was supposed to be like the hottest Christmas gifts for millennials, and it turned into an episode about the worst Christmas gifts for millennials. So with that being said, what kind of Christmas gifts are we buying this year? Or people buying? You think people are buying this year?
Well, I'm buying for Micaiah, will be 16 next month. She asked for a ring light. She asked for AirPods. What I got in my ear, little air, or she wants the other ones, the EarPods, whatever. She asked for some Crocs because she's a Croc freak. She asked for the little diamond things on the Crocs or whatever, and some money, and some clothes from Shein.
Who?
It's a it's an app where all the girls and all of us, we go and we find cute ass clothes for dirt cheap.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Where the hell you been, Martel?
It's not like
Right,
I've never
under a
heard
rock
of it.
in Milwaukee or what?
You said what?
You've been living under a rock in Milwaukee or what?
I mean, I do shop.
Yeah,
I either go to the
I don't know
outlets.
about Shein. You supposed to.
I mean, either I go to an outlet or I have a personal stylist on standby where I just send them a text message and they know the type of clothes that I like. And so
Okay,
then
no,
they gather
no,
a package and then send
no.
it to my house and
As
then I just pick what I want off the package and then whatever I don't want, I send it back.
no,
What
right
you
there.
talking
No,
about?
no.
I forgot the name of the company.
No,
He talking about the
I don't use
Goodwill.
thread beats no more. I don't use thread
He
beats.
talking about the Goodwill, damn it.
Hell, I ain't been to the Goodwill in years. Actually, since I got
I'm
bougie
just joking.
friends now, I don't go to the Goodwill no more. I be having to make donations.
Wait.
Will.
Wait, right.
I'll be having to give away some stuff now. I'll be needing
Wait a minute,
tax
'cause I
write-offs.
gave away like. Wait a minute, I had like three big ass bags. I sent right over here to the Goodwill. Wait, the Goodwill is up the street.
I
Here
need
you go.
them tax write-offs.
Is it tax write-offs? Yeah.
Yeah, I be needing them.
Yeah,
I'd be poor, especially they just took $600 and some damn dollars out my last check, motherfuckers.
Oh jeez. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, I was
All right
mad.
then.
I was so mad. I said, overtime is stupid. It's pointless.
Yeah,
Uncle Sam
it
wants
is
money.
and it ain't.
Uncle Sam wants his rent money.
Oh yeah.
Uncle Sam needs to go get a damn job. We need to go find out where Uncle Sam live at, and Uncle Sam needs to go
He
get
got
a
a
damn
job.
Hey,
He got a job. All right.
you were right down the road from where we were back in November.
So
You know,
was.
Uncle Sam lives down
Well-
there in DC land.
Well, Uncle Sam needs to go get a damn job. 'Cause I'm tired of paying for Uncle Sam. Hell,
Well, you can't really knock on the White House and tell Uncle Sam to get a job because they'll throw you in federal
already
prison.
bad enough.
So
We got to put
you
Emerald.
can't do that anymore.
The heifer in the
Whatever.
home. You see how this is?
Oh,
Y'all
no,
see
I'm
how
not
that
gonna-
heifer acting? Now all they see is Zoom
Shit,
user.
Oh,
Let me switch the camera views around. But yeah, we were talking about violence in Milwaukee and what things that we can do to curb violence. We talked about education and we talked about was it home styles like home life or something like that. We talked about so yeah. Also good parenting. It ain't good parenting no more. People don't want to whoop their kids' asses no more. Or they be
They're
scared to
scared.
whoop their kids' asses. Like they be, oh no, stop, don't do that. Like, no, you need to whoop their ass.
that's what's
Like
wrong with
she
him.
said, they scared. They're scared that they either go get their ass whooped back or they going to jail. But
Oh.
see, I'll take mine out in a minute and they grown. I don't give a
You know
fuck.
what? And I have a situation. One of the reasons why I'm out here in Vegas, with that being said, because it's, and I wasn't, MC Micaiah, she tested my gangster. She, messed around and got us in deep trouble. So I had to do what I had to do. And that
Always
got me locked
testing that
up.
gangster. They always
I mean,
testing that gangster.
Oh, she tested my gangster. So I had to let her know that I wasn't going to play with. Now, of course, I didn't leave no marks or nothing like that. I did what any parent would do, but I ended up getting in trouble because she went back and said something from what was told to me. And like I said, it's a whole long story with that, but I was never scared to whip my kid's ass, even though she did have me locked up. And I wasn't locked up for long. I was only locked up for what, maybe 18 to 20 hours. The longest 18 to 20 hours of my life. I'm never going back. I cried the whole time. I'm never going back. They gave me my food. I cried when they gave me that ugly ass
Was it
food.
bologna?
It was the only thing I could eat that was digestible looking like was a fucking little pound cake looking cornbread thing. And that's all I ate.
Those are little Debbie's cake.
I asked God.
That's why I said I can't survive in no jail. I'll be like, what
No,
you mean? Eat that
I'm not going
bologna.
back.
It ain't no
I'm not
wine
going
in
back.
jail or Wi-Fi. I can't do
Oh,
it.
they can look you up on some. They can make some homemade wine.
I'm not drinking no wine out of a toilet.
No, it's not out of a toilet. It's fruit. You gotta peach. You gotta let the peach, marinate for a few,
That
But
takes too damn
anyway,
long.
it's true. But when you drink that motherfucker, you can be fucked up. You drinking. That like moonshine every
Larson, leave it to you to know about it.
Listen, but no, let me tell you. That I went and spoke to the guard. I asked the guard a question. I forgot what the fuck I asked this bitch. I asked her a question, and she yelled at me, "Don't go over the yellow line." I started crying and walked away. Bitch, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be here in the first place. I just want to ask a question. I just wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, you
And see,
can't
y'all
be in
got me like,
jail crying.
girl, I was in jail. The child, I was in jail crying the whole 20 hours I was there. I cried the whole time because I was not supposed to be there. And that's what I'm saying with these kids. They don't understand. Like you can't do shit
Back in
because
back in theater days, you better hit your kids with a damn frying pan. You wish they would.
Oh,
Man,
Jesus.
I threw
that's what
kids
I'm
over
saying. These
cars.
kids, not these kids nowadays, they like telling this shit. Like, where'd you get off doing that?
Because that's
My mama whooped
to,
my
to, to
ass,
be
and I never
honest,
told her.
it's my generation fault. I'm not gonna lie. It's some people in my generation. They just
Oh, you know, them
you
babies.
know they grew up where they got I just don't. They so soft. I don't honest. They just
Yeah,
soft. Like
yeah.
like
We took
now
ass
like you
whoopers
can't
like
even
it was
tell certain
like it was
jokes like,
nothing.
oh, you hurt my feelings. Like, damn, bitch, it was a joke. Lighten up.
Right.
Oh,
Hell, ha with
hey,
me.
I mean, it's no different like talking to other adults and you tell them like stories about something, and then someone gets butthurt when you explain it. My friend said this, and if you throw any gender or race or wherever, throw it in the cards just to say that's this is the statement I said. I
Mhm.
don't say names. All of a sudden they're like, oh no, now you're racist. So wait, how am I racist when I explained my story? It was said to me when I was talking about something. Where was I like being I wasn't being negative at all. I was explaining my
Now that's what
story.
they've been
This
on
is my
Brooklyn.
friend.
They've been on
This is
Brooklyn
my
for days.
friend. But now it's just I can't even say that you like if apparently someone got off on the wrong foot, and I'm like, again, you choose your own life. If you're a guy and you want to date somebody, or a woman, you date somebody and you decide do what you got to do, that's fine. But that's dumb. That's so dumb. Like, it's dumb. Martel, you froze up. Why you froze?
I'm not froze. I was
Everybody's not
thinking.
froze. Actually,
I
actually,
was
the,
I
the,
was thinking.
oh my god.
Somebody, wait a minute. I'm looking at somebody is lagging. Somebody is glitching over
Oh,
there.
I
Oh, that
don't
was
know.
glitching. So
I,
I could tell the story real quick. I was talking about Martel, and we had a conversation on November 6th about not wearing flannel shirts because it's not in style. Like, you can't have them. So I told the story, right? Okay, and I
oh,
said my friend. Okay, my
I hate
friend.
flannels. I hate them.
Okay, my friend
It's
who
flannel
is
day at
black.
work tomorrow.
So I said my friend who is black told me this. Now I'm not lying about it. I'm telling the truth. I'm just explaining it and how it was brought back to me. Okay. I was offending people, white people, by saying that word. I was offending white people. I was like, what?
Mm-mm.
I was offending white people? Really? Wait, wait,
I
wait.
mean, but
Wait, wait,
we
wait,
know
wait,
that's that they're a very sensitive racial group.
wait. I understand. You could have kids and they can be biracial or whatever else. God bless you. That's your choice in life. But this had nothing to do with your kid. This has nothing to do with what race, color, religion you are. I'm telling you a story from what my friend told me. That's
Because
it.
to be honest,
That's nuts.
you only offend black people when y'all call us a nigger,
No.
or what's the other word? You people. Other than that,
What? You people?
yeah, you can't say
What?
you can't say you people to black
It, you
folks.
know, it depends on the
What?
sentence and the content of the
Yeah.
conversation.
Like
So if
you can't be like you I don't like you people are so such and such, like, or then they just when they just referring to black people
Oh,
when they say
okay,
you
gotcha.
people.
Yeah.
because I'm like,
Yeah,
I've
well,
that
you
means you're
never
people,
referring to a
experienced
group of
nothing like
people,
that in
sure.
my life.
You said what? Old man
I
Phil?
never have experienced anything like that.
But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand. I should just explain the story without putting that in there. But I was actually explaining it, and I was gonna tell like the person, that said this to me. But she's like, "Oh no. She had a big freaking deal." I'm like,
If you got any
"Really?
flannel in your closet, you better throw it in the garbage.
Oh, shut
wait a
up! I
minute,
am not throwing."
no, I know because it's flannel day at work tomorrow, and I'm wearing
I
my
hate it.
flannel.
I'm like
See?
the way the same way my uncle felt about plaid shirts is how I feel about flannel. My uncle always said that all plaid shirts need to be burned. Like if you came
Wait a
over his house with a plaid
minute.
shirt, he will roast you from the time you walk through that door to the time you leave. He will roast you over your plaid shirt. He will literally kick you out of his house for wearing a plaid shirt to his house. He hated plaid shirts. He hated him with a passion.
I have a holiday flannel that I'm wearing to work tomorrow.
Only
And
people
I
who are
don't care
allowed to wear plaid
what
shirts
you
is
say.
old man theater
There
generation
it
because they old.
is.
Not,
There it is. See?
not.
See?
Now you know better
But,
than that.
but I mean, seriously. I mean, people can have bad days, but I mean, don't drag that along. Like, I'm like, I said, listen, go listen to the podcast, go watch the video. I'm like, I said, not to be mean, but I'm the only white person here, and I can say that, and I'm gonna give it away with just me saying that. Not offended by me saying that. I'm just telling the truth. By the way, I have friends all over this planet, okay, that are all different walks of life, and that just deal with it. Really, just deal with it. Really, we're all good people. I mean, there are some drunks over there next to me, but next door to me here.
Yeah,
I was gonna say when
Who you
next
one on
call?
the
Who
door,
you
podcast
calling a
too.
drunk?
It's one on the podcast too.
it's two on the podcast.
no,
Oh well,
Who y'all? Where's
no, not you,
that?
Esme. Not you, Esme, sweetheart. Not you. Not you. No,
now
not
his
you.
wine done changed colors.
I am sober.
I'm talking about the host, Esme. I'm talking about the host.
You was
Wait
sober.
a minute.
Now,
No,
now
Wait
you
a
mixed
minute. You can't
drink.
just talk about the host because I got some stronger than what the host has. You can't
oh
just talk
damn.
about the host.
Oh,
Y'all
I,
don't
stop
I,
want none
teasing
of
me.
this.
Stop teasing me. I can't be drinking yet. God
y'all.
damn you, girl. Stop teasing
I'm
me.
gonna be honest right now, yo. I am fucked up right now. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. I'm really I'm tipsy. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
Hey, what do
because
you
you
say?
ain't sipping, you slurping.
You know what?
Hey, when are you gonna drop this wine up to me? By the way, buddy.
um
Now he's. When are you
um
dropping this wine up to me? Oh, probably never.
we gonna mail it next year.
Yeah, he canceled coming up to put my Christmas tree up. That son of a gun. Listen to this guy over here.
Hey,
I asked him three
I've
times.
been working
I
a lot
I even
lately.
asked Theo, but Theo's like, no, Martel's got to drive. And I said,
We
no,
all been
Martel's not.
me
I
and
I'm
got
old
three
man
driving.
asthma.
theater.
I
That's
might
bullshit.
fall asleep in the middle of driving.
Old man theater has not taken a day off of work
Oh,
now in
jeez,
2 months.
Theo.
He ain't taking no
What?
day off of work in 2 months. I've been picking up extra days. We just been working. We've been busy.
Well, I
Yeah.
did take a
Excuse
couple of
me.
days
Oh, I'm
off
so
last
sorry for
week.
burping in y'all ear. That's really streaming this on the audio version. I'm sorry.
Hopefully you're not farting.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just tipsy.
Okay.
But clink clink. I drink to that.
You have to wait.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, brother.
What was
Oh,
this
brother.
episode about again?
What
I
I do with the
forgot.
host?
It was about violence in Milwaukee.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
violence
my
in
God.
Milwaukee. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Stop the violence, people. Stop the violence. We need to stop the
Well,
violence.
we've been saying that for the last 400 years. Stop the violence. It still ain't stopped. So
Trust
what the
me,
hell
this
we
has
gonna do
been
about
going
it?
on for forever. It
Well,
has. As amazing,
maybe
right?
we need to bring back Jam for Peace.
Girl, a child, we can't bring back no. They gonna mess it up. That's why they
Yeah.
took it off in the
That's
first.
because your generation. Oh, wait, we in the same generation.
No, no, because I'm an 80s baby.
No, you're a millennial. You still considered a millennial with me.
No, you're far in the 90s.
I'm not far into the 90s, okay? Oh shit, wait, never mind. Yeah, I'm far into the 90s. Yeah, we gonna say that for the sake I won't feel old. Yeah, I'm far into the 90s, yeah. But yeah, y'all generation messed it up. Old man theater and Crystal's generation and that bald headed heifer right there,
Oh my
generation,
God.
y'all messed it up.
Gen X.
No,
really?
my generation was smooth.
And the
Was smooth.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
they
was
were.
you? Old man
To be
theater,
honest.
was you a boomer?
what was after baby
We
boomers?
were
What was after
smooth,
that?
laid back,
What was
chilling.
after baby boomers? I don't know what was after it.
I mean,
I
hey,
don't know.
we chilling.
For your 70s, baby.
Leave back then, my generation, we can understand the music.
Exactly. Oh, Jesus.
Hey,
Well, they had a lot of
whoa,
disco.
whoa.
They
Time
had a lot
out.
of disco back in the
Red
day.
card, yellow card, time out. I'm not part of that generation.
No, they had a lot of disco.
I'm not part
Yes,
of
you
that
are.
generation. That's them Generation Z's. I'm not part of that generation.
Disco.
You are
Sure?
part of that generation.
No, I'm part of the
Sure.
generation with Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6 Mafia and Ja Rule and Nelly.
That's what you
and all them
want to
people.
be. You on the edge of that.
No, I am not.
Well, not
Okay.
really. I can kind of agree with Marcel. He is in the era, the Nelly era,
I'm in that
the
era
Ball
now.
Thugs era.
When it comes
Yeah,
to Young Thug and the Baby and all that stuff, I'm not part of that
yeah, yeah.
generation. I don't
I
know them
really don't
people.
have to.
I don't claim them people.
Exactly. I never, but to be honest, I never knew who those, like the little baby and
No.
the baby. I never
Speaking
knew who they were until maybe last
speaking of
year.
the Baby, y'all know that he did that rolling out and the rolling out showing I think in Vegas. And
Mhm.
people was throwing water bottles and food and stuff at him while he was up there performing. Like it's too soon. And then y'all, they cancel culture them did it. They did it. And before we
What
go,
happened?
I have forgot. We got to talk about this before we go. The cancel culture. They got a hold of Travis Scott. They canceled Travis Scott.
Yeah, they
He
canceled.
losing all his
They
endorsement deals now.
everything. They canceled his
Everything.
everything.
Does,
Yes.
does that include like the millennials and Gen Z then? All these cancel
Everybody.
culture feature?
The millennials are the ones who started cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he
Way to
don't got
go.
Because that
canceled.
Go,
He
5-year-old
Martel.
died.
I think he had some type of I don't know if it was like a seltzer water or liquor, but they got pulled from the shelves.
It was the
He can't
seltzer line.
he can't get no gigs no more. Like only money he
They
got coming
canceled
in now is
Coachella.
off of streaming. Like all he got
Yep.
canceled.
Yeah, his
Wow.
Coachella performance is
Yeah,
canceled.
yeah, the
Everything is
Coachella,
done.
everything, like everything that he had planned, where is he got canceled. Heifer, is you peeing? Because we can hear the toilet flush.
I was. I was trying to keep it
Why
quiet in
you ain't mute
society.
yourself? Why you?
I'm sorry.
What is wrong with Lord,
You can't say me.
ladies and
I'm
gentlemen?
sorry.
This has been
Okay.
Same Cast, Different Day podcast. Make sure y'all follow the podcast on Facebook, Same Cast, Different Day podcast on Facebook. I'm Martell Rowland. We got Old Man Theater and Crystal and the Heifer Esme. Oh wait, wait. Oh,
I'm the co-host.
Okay.
Don't forget.
okay.
No, he forgets about me every time.
No, I was looking at the order how it
Okay.
is on my screen
Well,
and still confused myself.
Thank you. Thank
You
you
are
to our
getting
guest,
sleepy.
to Esme and Mr. Theo, and he's still rolling. Thanks to Martel for showing up. I'm glad I showed up a little late.
I
Your
confused
co-host Chris
myself.
will be.
I
I'm
confused
trying to
myself.
make my
There
trail
you go.
dizzy. Ooh.
You trying to do what?
Martel,
Ooh.
fish it up, buddy.
The alcohol. Ooh.
You know what?
Ooh.
No, this all this gonna mean is
Don't
that
forget.
I'm gonna sleep real good tonight.
yes.
Don't forget to check us out at Cafe Press for all your merch, your Same Cast Every Day merch. Sell you want.
CafePress.com/SCDD podcast for all your official podcasts.
See?
You can also check out our website. Don't forget to check out Direct.me.
I mean,
Same Cast Every Day podcast.
Direct.me/Same Cast Different Day podcast. But the most important thing is to hit the follow button on Facebook. Grow
Follow
our
us.
community. Go follow us on Facebook. You can message us, and you message us, you get a response within that same day. If not that same day, the next day you will get a response. So make sure y'all follow us on Facebook. Y'all should know where all our social medias at by now. We're not gonna go through all the social medias. Y'all should know where to go find us.
Y'all
at by
just make
now.
sure that y'all find Theo B so I can get y'all that free bottle. Them free Christmas lights. And
Oh my
guess what?
God.
I'm coming
Wait
with
a
a
minute.
good one.
This is
Every time.
Wait a minute. Because I believed your ass at first.
Hey, trust me. When that block go dark, y'all know I done got rid of all the damn lights.
What
My
is it?
trailer be sitting there sober because it's wine to be gone.
You was gonna stop threatening my Christmas life.
this has been a Same Cast Every Day
I believe
podcast.
your ass.
That bald headed heifer Chiquita don't got hooked on my wine too, so now she's part of my wine club. If y'all want to join my wine club, just let me know and I can send y'all a link, and you will get a $100 voucher for a purchase to go towards some wine, and then the minimum is $40 a month, but you get to take that same $40 a month that you spend that they charge every month, and you use that same money to pay for your wine, so that way you're not really seeing the money really, crazy stuff. I don't know. So yeah, so if y'all want to hit me up, if y'all interested in joining my wine thing, for every person that joins, I get $40 for every person that joins. So let me know if y'all interested. So yeah, so this
I'm
is,
interested.
huh?
I'm interested, even though wine probably makes me go to sleep. but I made you skip.
I see. So this has been Same Cast, Different Day podcast, the #1 podcast in Wisconsin for millennials and Gen Zs.
Mm-mm.
Was he?